Well, Adam Paulin, and it's thiniceweightloss.com. And it sounds like hocus pocus or a snake oil salesman. But you're really a young man studying to be a doctor, man. And this really works. It's technology that you could lose weight doing nothing. Now, who the hell would ever believe that? But after you explain it and you read the technology behind this, man, this stuff really works. You're convincing your body that it's cold, and then the body automatically burns calories just because it thinks it's cold, and you don't have to walk or do anything.
Right.
Right, exactly. I'm gonna hire you as a salesperson. You've got your pitch down, so
Well, how the hell? That's amazing. Why the heck didn't anybody else do this? So it's really, you have it as an insole, right? So you put it in your shoe, you put that on, and you said you feel a little discomfort initially. It's sort of like getting in the water as you explained it.
exactly, yeah. So you feel a little bit of discomfort, you feel the cold, and then as your body adapts and starts to produce the heat, it counteracts the cold, and your body's back to normal, and that's just a constant process. So you stop feeling cold. Yeah.
Ah, and so you're saying too, the wonderful analogy you had was like your heater in your house or your central heating system when it gets cold. And in Toronto, you know about cold weather.
We certainly know about our energy bills going up when it gets cold.
So your heater has to work harder in the cold weather, and that's what your body does, right?
Yeah, so your body temperature is always going to stay the same, just like your room temperature. But in winter, for example, your furnace has to work a lot harder to maintain that. It's the same thing in your body. You have an internal furnace, so to speak, that produces heat to be able to maintain your body temperature, and we're just turning up the dial on that.
Wow. So it's that little insole tells your body that, hey, this is cold. You better burn some stuff. Take care of this. And so you're saying that during the day you could burn 1,000 calories with this sucker, right?
Yeah, so 500 to 1,000 calories is
Wow.
what we're estimating with the whole system. So the insoles and the vest.
I see.
And the vest can be slept in, which people really love because they can be burning
So
calories
I
as
could
they're
be
sleeping.
sleeping and losing weight. Boy, I've done infomercials in my life, and I would have loved to have said that.
Yeah, I know. It's a good claim to have in your back pocket.
But to be true, I mean, that's phenomenal to me that there is actually, I mean, that's why I even at my age, I'm 72 now, and man, it's just so fun out there in life. You get to learn new things all the time. Who would ever think that you could put something in your shoe and burn 500 to 1,000 calories by doing nothing? Just have insoles. Boy, and in a doctor, you won't have to be a doctor anymore because we'll all lose weight. We won't have diabetes. We won't have heart attacks.
Yeah, people are going to lose their jobs now.
Right.
But it's a lot of fun. I mean, thinking about being a doctor is great, but you get to work with
Yeah.
one patient at a time. A product like this that can scale and help a lot of people is very attractive. So
Wow. So how did you learn about the technology? I've never heard it before. I don't study medicine stuff, but
well, the technology itself is actually used in a lot of different applications.
Uh-huh.
It's called Peltier cooling chips. They're these little chips that pump heat away from the body in this case. They're often used to cool down electronics and things. So
ah,
the technology that exists, it's the application that is really novel in this situation.
hmm.
We're just taking that concept and putting it into the right situation.
And you said earlier too, before we went on the air, about how athletes already use this process by taking ice baths, which I didn't know. I'm not a jock, so I didn't.
That's right. Yeah, a lot of people who are serious about their weight loss or athletes and need to hit a certain weight,
Yeah.
they'll take ice baths to lose weight very, very quickly. One of the best examples that I have is Michael Phelps, who
Yes. Yeah, the swimmer.
he's able to have 12,000 calories every single day when he's training.
Wow.
And that was something that is well documented. It's on his training regime for the Beijing Olympics, 12,000 calories a day. And the reason he could do that is because he was underwater for about 3-4 hours, and water is 14 times more thermally conductive than air. So there was more heat coming out of his body, and his
I
body
see.
had to produce more heat.
1,200 calories. So the average person needs like 2,200 or something like that, right?
Almost 6 times as much as the
Six
average
times.
person, and he didn't gain any weight. As you can see, he's a ripped guy. So
He's a rock, yeah.
exactly.
Wow,
Yeah.
1,200 calories. I had no idea. And that's because he's in cool water that burns up the calories. Huh?
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just the medium he was in. The water is more thermally conductive, and
Yeah.
it's the same effect we're creating, just on a smaller
Yeah.
scale.
So now you have the insoles, which everybody could use, and you have a vest, right? That people could. And the insoles by itself, or one of them by itself, is 95, at least now in the crowdfunding on Indiegogo right now, and both is for like 145, right?
To get the whole system, and that includes a book that lays out a diet and exercise program that's also focused on thermogenesis, which is creating body heat. So it's a whole program associated with that, and it all works together.
And you're going to have this ready for Christmas. So this is a hell of a Christmas present, isn't it? For anybody who doesn't even think they're fat. Usually skinny people are worried more about weight than fat people.
Yeah, and it's a good way to keep off the weight when you're eating your holiday treat.
Oh, that's right. For holidays, too. You'll have it in time for... Don't worry about eating extra pie at the Christmas time. Yeah, and the cookies. Because you'll give this as gifts for everybody. Well, that's terrific. Boy, and so now you say they've done this, and the chips were originally used for, or the mechanical part in computers, right, to keep them cooler.
Yeah, so that's an application of these chips. We're just taking that with the knowledge that cold temperatures induce weight loss and using it in an application where we can maintain those cold temperatures all day.
Right, wow. Now, does this have to be, are there batteries in this chip too, or do the batteries wear out?
You can recharge it on a daily basis, so it gets its battery life back. You don't have to freeze it or anything like that. So it's all tech, yeah.
Oh, so it's all. So I take out my soles and I charge up my computer or something like that. Is that happens or?
So the battery snaps out in our current design, and you just put on a charging pad and you put it back in the next day, and you're ready.
Wonderful. So it's like my cell phone. At night I got to...
Yeah, you just make a habit out of it, and every day.
Right. It's nothing.
Well, and I hear you're postponing med school for a while till you count all this money.
Well, certainly been a distraction, that's for sure.
But it's a nice problem to have, isn't it? To know that people want your stuff. I mean, you sell thousands of these things already. And you have to, as we're talking, it's about $280,000 worth of this stuff, and you don't even have them yet. You're on your way to the manufacturer, right?
Exactly. Yeah. Got a big order to fill, that's for sure.
Wow, well, that's terrific. So to get these, it's thiniceweightloss.com. Get there and you can hit the pre-order button, and if you're too late, it'll be back on soon as you fill this thing, because everybody will want these things, particularly in the U.S. here, because we're all eating too much. And you're going to solve health problems by not even becoming an MD yet. Well, thank you so much, Adam. Thanks for doing this work and having this for us. And that's thiniceweightloss.com.
All right, awesome. Thank you so much for having me.
You bet. Thank you, Adam. Take care.